What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about why you may want to reconsider high-end carry. High-end carry, is cool. I can shoot my Wilson Combat EDC X9 great. I mean, this thing is stupid accurate. It is stupid smooth. It has everything I could ever want on an EDC pistol. And I'm very tempted to carry this, and I probably will buy a holster for it just because I buy a holster for everything. There's a company that's fixing to come out with one next year, like what I want for this pistol, and because I did contact them, so they do have like a sidecar type holster coming out for these with a weapon light. But nobody offers one right now that I've seen. If you do know of someone that offers a sidecar holster for a EDC X9, let me know. But I try to refrain from carrying this because this gun was very close to $5,000. I mean, that's a pricey gun. On the other hand, I did actually buy this to EDC in the winter. This is a Staccato C2. I wish I would have known they were coming out with the CS. I would have waited because like a month after I bought this, they came out with the CS, which means next year I'll just have to spend another $2,600 on a CS. I don't regret buying this. I do like this gun, but if I had known the CS was coming, I'm not sure I would have bought a C2 because I mainly bought this for concealed carry. But again, you're talking about a gun that after I get an optic on it, you're at $3,000 or probably even a little more than that, depending on what optic I put on it. I'll probably wind up putting like an RMR or something on this, and it'll probably actually be over $3,000 by the time I put an optic on it. So to me, both those are high end. Why would you not want to carry something like this for self-defense? All right, so I have USCCA, and this is not a USCCA commercial ad. They don't sponsor me. I pay full price for my USCCA membership. And they claim that if you have to use your firearm in a self-defense, in a legal self-defense situation, that they will replace it. Now, I've not asked them, does that include $5,000 firearms? Or is there a limit on the amount of money that you will spend to replace that? And therein lies in why you probably won't want to carry this. Because if you are in a situation where you have to use your firearm for self-defense, and I hope none of us are ever in that situation, but the world we live in today, it's getting more and more likely that you may be in that situation. But again, I hope you never are. But if you do, they're going to take your $5,000 firearm, who knows what they will treat it like while they have it, and it will go into evidence. You may or may not ever get that back. So it's just gone. So you got to think about that when you're carrying something like this. To me, this was a grail gun. It was a gun I never thought I would own. It was too expensive. And thank you for you guys for watching this video, guys and gals for watching this video. Makes things like this possible. Because I wouldn't have been able to afford this without it. But there again, just because I bought it once does not mean I want to go buy it a second time. Even with USCCA, I don't know. I will have to contact them and maybe let you guys know at a later date if they would replace something like this or if there is a limit on what they will replace. But most of us don't want to lose a $5,000 or a $30-some hundred firearm to law enforcement that will either just never give it back or sell it in some kind of little auction later on in life. I love this gun. I would love to carry it, but there again, just not willing to take the risk. So in my opinion, guns like this are far better for EDC and concealed carry. I mean, you're still talking about probably $1,000 or a little more on this. But if you have USCCA, they're probably going to replace something like this for one, because the normal gun will cost you $600 to $1,200 ish. So they're probably more likely to replace something like this. And if they don't, it's easier to replace something like this. I am just as accurate with this SIG right here as I am with this Wilson, or at least very closely accurate. The Wilson is just stupid accurate. I'm really accurate with this, but maybe not quite as accurate. But this weighs way less. You have 12 rounds, and I actually carry a 15 round backup magazine. Actually, I can carry a 17 round backup now that the X Macro's out, and I have several of those magazines, so I could actually probably, if I carry this next time, I'll carry a 17 rounder. This does have 18 rounders with this little extended magazine I have in it right here, but I'm willing to give up, a round or two for comfortability. It's going to be lighter, it's going to be more comfortable. And there again, if I ever had to use it, it's easier to replace a $1,000, $1,200 gun versus a $5,000 gun. These are things you have to think about, because just because it was legal and you saved lives or whatever, happened, they'll still take this. They'll still take it, put it in evidence, and there again, you may or may not ever see it back. And if you do get it back, who knows what kind of shape it's going to be in. They may just throw it in a drawer with a bunch of other crap, and who knows? They may be beat all to pieces when you get it back, and you don't want to do that. So my advice is go out and buy either a Glock, 43X MOS, or preferably, in my opinion, the SIG P365X or X Macro, and get proficient with them and carry them, and take the other ones to the range and show them to your buddies, because really and truly, that's what those are best for. They're best for, showing them off, letting your friends shoot them and stuff like that. That's just my opinion. I'd like to know what you think in the comments section below. What do you think about high-end EDC? I don't care to carry high-end knives. When I pay that much money for a knife or even a gun, it just don't sit in a safe or sit on the shelf. I do carry those things, maybe not guns, but I do carry my knives and use them, and I do use my guns. I've probably put almost 1,000 rounds through this gun. Not quite as many through the Staccato, but probably close to 1,000 rounds through the Wilson. I do shoot these things. It does not bother me to shoot them. If I get holster wear on it, that doesn't bother me, immensely either, because I bought them to use. But it just makes sense to me to not carry these things, because you probably will lose them if you have to use them. And there again, I hope none of us ever have to do that. Let me know what you think again about high-end EDC in the comment section below. Do you do it? Do you think it'd be okay, or do you think it's stupid to even buy a gun that's that expensive? It probably is. It definitely was a want and not a need. But again, I appreciate y'all watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys. We'll see you next time.